Good afternoon, Kitchissippi. It is Friday, January the 31st. This is a video version of the Kitchissippi Weekly Ward Newsletter number 422. There is more information about all the topics that we'll discuss in the weekly email newsletter, to which you can subscribe at kitchissippiward.ca. First up, I will just say that I have pop-up office hours this week on February the 7th. That is Friday, from 1 until 4 at Mushu Ice Cream's new location at 1130 Wellington West. Pop-up office hours are a chance to come by anytime during those advertised hours without appointment to chat with me one-on-one about whatever is on your mind. I hope I see you this week at Mushu. I'm standing this afternoon in front of the new Claridge development on Carling, just off of Tilbury here, where behind me the city will be getting land to build a new parkette. They've opened up a consultation that's on the Engage Ottawa website to take a look at how that parkette should be programmed. There is a link in the newsletter. Comments are due by February the 28th. They've presented a bare bones concept of what could be done and are looking forward to your feedback to finalize those design. On February the 5th, there is an open house that's going to be held from, I believe it's 7 until 9, to take a look at the plans for 342 Roosevelt. That is that 6-story low-rise apartment building. I think it's 32 units with no parking. I spoke about this one last week. I do have a lengthy blog online describing why I am unlikely to oppose that development and why, in fact, I support it. But that open house will be held on February the 5th. It's virtual online, an opportunity to pose your questions of the developers in order to craft your feedback to the planner to argue either for or against the rezoning. Another open house that is coming up is on February the 12th. They're going to be doing a in-person open house at Devonshire School from 6:30 until 8:30 to take a look at the plans for rebuilding Hilda Manchester. Hilda and Manchester will have one of the projects done. We're all getting used to them now, where they'll dig the street up, they'll replace the pipes, they'll put it all back together again. I believe construction is intended to start this summer, so come on out to Devonshire and take a look at the most recent plans, and there is always an opportunity to make a few changes even at this stage. The plans are also going to be online at ottawa.ca/Hilda Manchester. Comments on that are due by February 26th. The Mooney's Bay sanitary sewer, where it crosses the Trillium line. This is in the vicinity of Tom Brown Arena, the Lawn, and Hintonburg Place, is back on the table for realignment. There's an open house to take a look at how they intend to do that. February 11th from 6:30 until 8:30 p.m. at Tom Brown Arena. Pop by and take a look at their plans for realigning the Mooney's Bay sanitary sewer in the vicinity of Tom Brown Arena. The Committee of Adjustment, a couple of meetings coming up, the first one of which is going to be on February 5th. The owner at 451 Roosevelt is seeking a number of variances and to subdivide the property to convert that into a semi-detached. Of course, at 346 Roosevelt, there is a 4-story low-rise apartment building that has been proposed, part and parcel really of that 6-story at 342, but that one is seeking variances in order to move ahead, which will be at the February the 5th Committee of Adjustment. And at 60 Hampton, the owners are seeking to sever the property into 2 parcels. They're looking for a number of variances associated with a proposed semi-detached. This week, the city planner's comments went online. The city has asked for an adjournment of that hearing in order to do a streetscape character analysis. It looks like they're going to need to seek a variance for the front-facing garage, so I fully expect that that one will be adjourned. And then I have the first hearing, the first indication of what's going to happen on February 19th. Panel 1 will meet again, and at 511 Highcroft, the owner is seeking to construct an addition. They're seeking variances associated with a front yard setback in a part and parcel of adding that addition onto the front of the home. There are a number of community events coming up. This is always a busy time of year. Champlain Park has asked me to advertise their Valentine and Vintage Sale that's going to be held on February 9th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Champlain Park Field House. That's at 149 Cowley, kind of in the Island Park Scott area. There will be vintage clothes, jewelry, handbags, home decor, Valentine baked goods, and more. They're also looking for donations for Parkdale Food Center. Another reminder of the Westboro Village Stew Showdown. The chefs of Westboro Village are going head-to-head in the first ever Stew Showdown. That's to the benefit of the Westboro Region Food Bank. That's going to be held on February 8th from 2 until 4 at All Saints Anglican. I have a link in the newsletter where you can buy tickets for that. I believe they're relatively inexpensive at $10. The Mechanicsville Winter Festival is coming up. That's going to be on Sunday, February the 2nd. The ice is in great shape. The festival will be held from 2 to 4 at La Roche Park. There will be free hot chocolate, kid activities, horse-drawn sleigh rides, all thanks to Keith Brown and the La Roche Park Sports Association. Bring some cash for the community bake sale. Come and meet your neighbors. And the Fisher Park Community Community Center is hosting its Winter Carnival at Fisher Park on February the 8th. They're inviting you to enjoy the annual carnival at Fisher Park Fields from 12 until 4 on Saturday, February the 8th. There will be horse sleigh rides, charity bake sale, shoot to win, skating races, shinny hockey, fun zone, snowshoeing, learning to curl, and a broom ball game, the Clarendon Cup, from 3 until 4. Admission to all of that, of course, is free. And then there is an evening event on the outdoor rink, the Swifties Skate and Disco Night. Sounds like a blast. I'll see you there. And then finally, another reminder about the Elmdale Book Fest. It's going to be coming up on February the 7th from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. Saturday, February 8th from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Tens of thousands of used books, CDs, DVDs, games, puzzles. It really is a great book sale. There is a bake sale and more. I've got details about all of that in the newsletter. City Hall, we have gotten very nice and busy again. The Finance and Corporate Services Committee is going to be meeting on February the 4th. Relatively short but substantial agenda. The Lansdowne partnership between OSEG and the City of Ottawa is providing its 2024 operating results. They banked $59.5 million in revenue on $54.2 million of expenses, so an operating profit there. But on a overall pro forma basis, that partnership continues to lose money, something that will be on all of our minds as we move forward with the Lansdowne 2.0 debate. At Planning and Housing Committee on February 1st, it's got a reasonably lengthy agenda. We've got 2 rezonings to deal with. One is in Canada. One is at the corner of Anna and Carling in order to allow the daycare there to expand. We're going to receive the residential Greenfield land survey. We'll consider the same zoning regime for battery energy storage systems that was just contemplated about a week or so ago at the Agriculture and Rural Affairs Committee. And then finally, my motion on allowing shelter use anywhere in the urban zone, so that's the suburbs, inner and outer urban transects, is going to move forward as well. So a lengthy agenda. You can read all of the documents associated with that at the link that I've provided on the weekly email. Agriculture and Rural Affairs has a slightly less lengthy meeting this time on February the 6th. They've got a bunch of routine items to consider. There are some rezonings proposed on Stagecoach and 9th Line, as well as a development charge dispute for a property on Bayview. There are a bunch of workaday items as well associated with municipal drains. The Audit Committee is also going to meet. They're coming up on February the 10th to consider a fairly meaty agenda that includes an investigation of the Trillium Line training program, investigation of building code services, the 2024 Fraud and Waste Hotline report. There will also be an update in that meeting on the Auditor General's work plan in progress. Documentation for that agenda is all online, of course, at the link in the newsletter. And on February 11th, the Built Heritage Committee is going to meet. That's not online as I filmed this video, but I do know that the property at 1121 that houses Aresta, that's the toll house, is going to be coming up for heritage designation. I had asked that that be delayed. It had come up on a previous agenda. I wanted to make sure that the owner of the property had a good chance to consult with the city. That's happened now, so the item is moving ahead to give that heritage protection. So that is the weekly newsletter for this week. Kitchissippi, again, the weather is absolutely perfect winter weather this year. It has been a delight. Not too much snow. I hope everyone is staying warm, getting outside. I hope you have a great week, and thank you for watching.